Great relationship with that state. It's a special state, and I'm coming there very soon.
As you see right here, our very own Josh Meny spoke with former President Trump this morning about his campaign in Nevada and other issues that he believes are facing the Silver State. The exclusive interview tops 2 News Nevada Evening Edition at 5 o'clock. Nevada is one of several battleground states that really could flip in 2024 in the presumptive rematch between President Joe Biden and former President Donald Trump. Good evening. I'm Kristen Remington.
And I'm Alexandra Ray. Ryan has the night off. Thank you so much for joining us. President Biden won Nevada in 2020 by 2.4 percentage points, and Hillary Clinton narrowly defeated Trump in 2016. However, for this upcoming election, the current polls are indicating a shift, with Trump emerging as the favored candidate in the battle-born state. Josh Meny spoke with former President Trump this morning in an interview you'll only see on 2 News Nevada.
Good day, Mr. President. Thank you very much for joining us.
Well, thank you very much.
All right, let's talk about Nevada first. You're up 13 points in Nevada, according to a New York Times poll. However, the Biden-Harris team has more than 10 offices in Nevada. What are you going to do to shore up your ground game?
Well, they have 10 offices and they have an incompetent president, the worst president in history. He's been terrible to Nevada. He's been terrible to everything because he doesn't know what he's doing. So I think they can have 50 offices in Nevada. He is proven to be, I think, the worst president in the history of our country. When you look at what happened with Russia, that would have never happened going into Ukraine. You look at, take a look at October 7th with Israel. That would have never, the attack on Israel would have never happened. We wouldn't have inflation. We'd have a much better economy, and we'd have a real economy too, a real economy. No, I don't think it matters how many offices he has. And we have a great relationship with that state. It's a special state, and I'm coming there very soon also, by the way. But I think we're going to win it big. We're up 13 points in the last poll, and I think we're going to go up quite a bit more than that.
Now, Mr. President, the poll numbers for Hispanic voters is also going in your favor. However, you did say that on day one you'd like to end birthright citizenship. With that said, why do you think you're making inroads with Hispanic voters?
Well, I've been making really almost from the beginning. From 2016, I was a very big overachiever relative to Republicans, and now I'm leading in many places. I'm leading in Miami. I'm leading along the Texas border, which is almost all Hispanic, and leading by big numbers. I've been great to them. They're incredible people. They're smart, entrepreneurial people. They know I like them, and they like me. And I mean, it's somewhat of a revolution going on in terms of the vote with the Hispanic voters. And I think it's going to continue. I think it's going to get more so. Biden doesn't do anything. Biden doesn't know he's alive. He doesn't do anything for them. And they know it. They know it. You know, one thing I noticed with the Hispanic voter, they want security, they want safety. They don't want people pouring into their towns and you know, disturbing things and crime and taking their jobs at a much lesser pay. They really do. They want security. They've worked hard and they've attained great success. It's really an amazing group of people. Tremendous energy, smart, and they want to keep what they built. They want to keep it for themselves, and I understand that.
All right, let's talk about Yucca Mountain. It's injected itself in the U.S. Senate race between Jackie Rosen and her likely challenger, Sam Brown. Now, as a contemporary president, you've probably looked at this project, but where do you stand on Yucca Mountain Nuclear Repository today?
I'm against it. I've been strongly against it for a long time. Let it be someplace else. That area is thriving, and there are complexities to doing that, and I'm against it. They have other alternatives.
All right. Going back to your last presidency, do you have any regrets about picking Mike Pence as your vice president? And what will you do differently this time around when you're vetting your VP?
Well, Mike did a good job until the end when he didn't have the courage to do what you have to do. He had the right to turn those votes back to the states and to have them check. Could have done it in 3 days, 2 days, 1 day. They could have done it in 1 week. And in fact, you know, he said he didn't have the right to do it, but he did. In fact, they took that right and they ended that right after, you know, the right that he had to do it. He had absolute right. And what they did is after the election, they terminated the right. They got some rhinos together with Democrats and they made it so you no longer have the right to do. And I said, you have the right to do. And as you know, that was a very scarred up election, terrible election. It was a horrible election. And he had the right to send it back. All you're doing is asking them to please go over your votes. And I believe if he did that, because by that time a lot was learned about the corruption, if he did that, I believe you would have had a different election result. So Mike's been very badly hurt. I liked Mike very much. We worked well together, but we didn't work well together in the end because he didn't have the courage to do what you have to do.
All right, Mr. President, now your former Iceland ambassador, Jeff Gunter, is in a tight race with Sam Brown. Why haven't you endorsed Jeff Gunter?
Well, I haven't seen that it's a tight race. I've seen polls where Sam is leading actually by quite a bit, so I haven't heard that it's a tight race. I like all of the candidates, frankly, including Marchand. I really like him. I'm going to be making an endorsement over the next couple of days. But it looks to me like Sam has got a pretty good lead. I'm speaking here from just a small amount of knowledge. I do study that race. It's an important race, and you have good candidates. But I'll be making an endorsement of somebody over the next 2-3 days.
All right, Mr. President, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.